I love press-on nails. So today we're gonna be doing a review and a demo. We're gonna walk through how I like to do it, all my tips and tricks with one of my favorite brands, Static Nails. The nails range anywhere from like $18 to $20 on this site, and they have all different lengths and shapes and that kind of thing. They have extra short, medium, long. They have almond, coffin, round, square. So today we're gonna do the Velvet French, it's called. They are so pretty. So it comes with 24 nails. So if you have tiny nails, if you have bigger nails, there's a size for everybody. So I'm gonna bring the camera down here so you can see what's going on. What I like the most about these nails versus some of the others is that when you pull them out, it is very easy. You have what you have, and then once you figure out which size is going to fit you, out of these 12, the duplicate nail is right under it in the package so that there's no guesswork and you're not having to match up numbers. That's the one thing that I dislike about some of the other brands, although I love them, is the ease of use. These are very easy to use and it goes by faster when you're able to quickly pick which nail is gonna work for you, and then you can grab the other one. And as you do this more and more, you'll know right away which are gonna work. So this is the largest size, it's way too large. So I just toss that off to the side. Even the next one is a little bit too big. It could work, I'd have to file the size, but the whole point in doing this is to pick what works. So this looks like it's gonna be a pretty good match and it fits perfect. You don't want any of your nail creeping out the side. You want it to be a seamless fit. I do like these because they're not as curved as some of the other nails on the market. They do have a curve, but they will work if you have a flatter nail bed too. You just have to add a little bit more glue to the middle portion. Once I figure out which one's gonna work for my thumb, I go ahead and grab the other thumbnail, and I like to just line them up. So I just start with the thumb and then I work my way out towards the pinky. And you wanna push back your cuticle because you don't wanna be gluing down to your cuticle. And I'll show you in a second what the set comes with. It does come with a nail file and it also comes with some glue. The only thing it doesn't come with, which most of the other kits do have, is a wooden cuticle stick and then also an alcohol prep pad. These are very important if you want your nails to last. And the wooden stick, I'll show you how I like to use it. It actually has two different uses for me. I push back the cuticle and then I use the pointier side to remove any of the excess glue around the side. And then two other things that I recommend getting are some cuticle scissors, and also I like to use a little cuticle oil after I'm done. But I'll list and link to everything down below, and there's another nail glue that I do like a little bit better if you want your nails to stay, and I will also put that down below, but this nail glue is just fine. So that's gonna work good for my middle finger, so I'm just gonna put that aside and then I'm gonna grab the one that matches to make this just go really quick. That's a perfect match. So if you have smaller nails, you will definitely find something that suits you, especially for like the pinky and the pointer fingers. So I'm just gonna show you, this is the most petite nail. It's a little bit too small for me, so I like to go with the neck size, which is a better fit. So that took me all of 2 minutes to have them all lined up and ready. I'm gonna prep my nails before we start gluing. The first thing I like to do is take the cuticle stick and just gently push back your cuticles. You wanna make sure that you are gluing the nail onto your actual nail bed and not onto the cuticle. Now I just take the cuticle scissors and trim up some of the excess that's starting to lift away. I got these off of Amazon. I'll link them down below. And I just gently go around and just trim off any of the extra skin. So I just trim things up, and now I'm gonna go in with the file. I like to just make sure some of the edges are filed so that it's nice and seamless when I go to put the nail down. So I'll just go in on both sides and just give it a little file. And then I like to just rough it up a little bit. I don't like to do too much, but the nail's gonna stick better if your nail beds are a little bit roughed up. Just gonna file down the other side. I just washed my hands, and the last step is to go in with the alcohol pad. It doesn't come with it, but I like to use it. It just removes like all of the oils off of the nail so that the glue can adhere properly. So the glue is very easy to open. You just twist it and it comes off. Now you want to be careful here. You want to put enough on, but you don't want to put too much on where it ends up spilling over and you end up gluing your hands together. So what I like to do first is we're gonna do the left hand. Since I'm a righty, it's a little easier. I like to put glue on the nail bed first. So I just put a generous coat and I kind of zigzag it on, as you can see I'm doing here. So the whole bed of the nail is filled with glue. I just set that down and then I go and paint it on to my actual nail. And I just start at the side and just stroke up and down until the rest of the nail is coated. And you're gonna hold that down. I like to go from the top of the nail bed and then slowly push down to the bottom. And you're gonna see there all of the glue. And I like to hold it down for about 20 to 30 seconds per nail. So this is the longest part. If you don't press down firmly enough and you don't hold it down long enough, you will get some air pockets. So I like to just take this stick and slowly wipe off any glue that maybe got on top of the nail or on my skin. Sometimes it gets here underneath too. Go in with the next one. This glue is a lot more thick and viscous than some of the other glues that come with kits, which I don't love. I don't remember it always being this thick. Maybe it's just the batch. You don't even need to press down that hard. You just gently press down. And when you're placing it on, you want to make sure that the nail is straight. The last thing you want to do is glue down a crooked nail. I've definitely done that before. I'm just gonna take the stick and just wipe away any of the glue that came off, and it wipes away pretty easily. I decided to switch the nail glue. I think that there's something wrong with that one. I've never had that happen with the static nail glue before. So I think there was just something like goopy about that one. I just noticed that the nails weren't going on as easily. All right, one hand done, let's do the other. So I definitely prefer the other nail glue that I typically use over the one that comes with static, and I'll put it up here on the screen so you can see. The one that came with the static nails was very goopy, and I think that there was, maybe it's expired, I don't know. It caused some air bubbles because it just didn't quite go on. And then you can also see where there's air bubbles typically is because the glue wasn't there and because of the bend in the nail. So if you have very flat nail beds, you have to apply more glue here in the middle to get it to adhere so that you don't have the air bubbles. But that was really the only trouble that I had. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of cuticle oil. This is a Sally Hansen, and I like to just finish it off. with a little bit of oil. So if you're just starting out, I would probably recommend going with more of a solid color, because when you put these on, you don't have to worry about the air bubbles potentially showing. Like, see how that one is showing right there? It will hide that. I am back and the nails are all done. So I showed you a bunch of close-ups. Like I was saying, it does take a little practice, especially when you're dealing with nails that have the clear. The air bubbles are gonna show a bit if you're not careful. So that's when I would recommend going with more solid colors so that any mess ups really don't show. So there's 3 reasons why I don't go and get my nails done. Reason number 1 is the expense. Number 2 is the time. And number 3 is I am terrified of the nail drill. It cut me once when I was like probably in 8th grade. And I really never got my nails done again. I will also put down below some of my other nail videos that I've done on all the different brands, rating them, showing you the pros and cons, doing demos. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.